Oh,
well, here we are.
Welcome to the squad, Betty.
Colonel Matt. I'm still not at the big boy table.
Oh my God. This is like comedy hour at the time.
I can't argue with that because I can tell you, my 10-year career, I've only met two.
What?
Get out of here. I wish you guys could have seen what just happened. I mean, it was like Craig and Smokey.
At any point in time, it gets crazy. I'm like, hey, I'm up for service and just walk out. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't even work here.
Right. What building is this?
GalaxyCon Day 4. What is up? This is Sergeant Briley. I am super excited to be here with an ultra super special guest. I am here with Sergeant Henry, right?
That's right.
What is up, man? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's so good to have you here. For all you guys watching out there, I hate to say it, but we have lost our main guy, Mr. Chris Hall. Many of you are familiar with him. Unfortunately, he has departed our team. Chris, if you are watching, man, I miss you so much already. It's only been a day, but I hope I can continue to carry on the legacy that you have left. And so with that being said, we are here at the final day of Raleigh GalaxyCon. Man, you've been here all 4 days.
I have. Yeah.
What have you thought so far about the past 4 days?
So this is my first time at any of the Comic Cons.
Really?
It is.
But you're a nerd.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I am.
What did you thought?
It was really great seeing all the characters coming out, even the ones that have the handmade costumes that they're cosplaying.
Some of these people are so talented.
Yeah,
A
definitely.
little bit closer.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Have you bought any? Have you spent any money? How much money have you spent? That's the question.
I've spent about $95.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'd say that's about what I spent.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's been an absolute great event. For those of you who have tuned in over the past 4 days, we've had a lot of really cool guests on our podcast and our live streams. We've talked to some of the 82nd Airborne guys. We've talked to PsyOps. We've talked to Yusuf K-Poc. We've had some random dude eat an MRE on our podcast. And so I think overall it's been a really great event. And we've got a couple more things lined up for today. For those of you who follow us on social media, if you're not following us on social media, you definitely should. You can find us on most social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. You can find us at Go Army Raleigh BN. Go check us out, follow us, like our stuff, make us famous. But if you have been following us on Instagram, you can tell that we are giving away some prizes. And so that's the primary goal of this podcast. One is to announce that if you are at the GalaxyCon today and you have not stopped by to sign up for our whatever this fancy thing is, it's a Call of Duty Modern Warfare Scuff Vantage 2 PS4 controller. If you have not signed up, there is still time. It is currently 10 minutes till 1, and we are giving this thing live on this podcast at 2 p.m. So make sure you guys stop by, see us, sign up for this free controller. It's a $250-something controller. I have no need for a $250 controller, so please come take it from me. But we also, Sergeant Henry apparently has something that he is giving away, right?
Yeah.
What is this? Tell me what this is.
I've got the Pop Funko Stanley street art. Not one is the same as the other because when they make them, they're different.
Wow.
So I've been walking around and talking to people, asking them about their costumes, commenting on their costumes, taking a bunch of pictures to share with my kids. And then also, entering all of them that want to into this raffle right here.
So you've got some names that you're going to draw off.
Yeah, I got them here in this GameStop bag.
And for the first time ever on this podcast, we're going to try to call somebody on their phone. So this could go absolutely horribly, or it could go really well. So we're going to find out what happens. But I think we'll go ahead, and we've got this crazy Funko Pop Stan Lee that we're going to try this. So if you
ready?
You take the reins, man.
All right. So
Funko Pop.
We're reaching here, grab a name.
Let's see what we got.
Shuffle. All right, I got one.
Who is it?
I have got Ryan Trotta. So we're going to try Ryan on the phone real quick.
Let's try calling this dude.
All right.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right, Ricky Bobby. All right, I'm dialing.
Moment of truth. It seems like it's going well so far. I don't know if you have to talk in the phone or what. I think you could just talk into this.
Maybe.
Oh, he said he doesn't want to talk to you. That was a hater button all day.
Should I text him?
Text him.
Okay.
See, tell him to give us a call back.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we can talk about you.
All right.
Staff Sergeant Henry. Well, I'll let you text him.
Appreciate that.
So again, if you are tuning in, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We do this podcast all the time. We are the Squad Bay, where we are just trying to educate the public on what the U.S. Army is. As Chris said many times in our podcast, a lot of people tend to think that the Army is simply jumping out of planes and driving tanks. But as we have seen over the past couple of days, and as we have seen on many of our podcasts, there is just so much more to what the Army is. And so definitely tune in. We are on all the major podcast platforms: Apple, Spotify, Pandora. We are, if you listen to podcasts on whatever platform you listen to, I'm guaranteed you can find us. We also have many social media platforms. Like I said, you can find us at Go Army Raleigh BN. But I'm going to go ahead and turn our focus to Sergeant Henry, who is, how long you been in the Army, man?
17 years.
You've been in longer than me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You ready? What are you going to do? Are you going to retire?
So I've been looking at careers after the Army, but
Okay.
I'm on the list. I've got an OML number for Sergeant First Class.
Excellent. Congratulations, for
Appreciate
sure.
that. Thank you very much. So if I get promoted before these next 3 years is over, then I'll do the 3 more years for that one. And if I don't get promoted again, I'll retire.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
Are you a 79 Romeo recruiter?
I did. I converted from being a 92 Foxtrot, which is a petroleum supply specialist. So when I joined the Army, I wanted a career set that if for some reason the Army wasn't for me, I'd be able to use that and the college money that I earned to get a great career and also continue my education.
Okay. So speaking of education, have you gotten your education?
So I didn't want to do college when I joined the Army.
Right.
And that's another reason why I joined the Army.
Right.
But I have completed an associate's degree and I'm on my way to my bachelor's degree.
Nice. Where are you going?
Columbia Southern University out of Orange County, Alabama.
And so is the Army fully paying for your education?
I haven't paid for anything.
Nice.
Nothing.
Yeah, see, I made that mistake. When I first joined the Army, I joined the Army Reserve.
Okay.
And so I got the full tuition assistance. I got the full student loan repayment, all that fun stuff. And so I did not do everything properly. And so I ended up paying out of pocket for a lot of stuff. But here I am 10 years later. I would say about 90% of my degree. It did take me 10 years to get my degree. So if you're out there and it's taking you a hot minute to get your degree, do not feel bad. But it took me about 10 years. And so for about the past 5 years, I haven't paid anything. And now I'm doing my master's degree. I haven't paid a single dime yet.
That's good.
So tell me a little bit about petroleum specialist, you said?
Yeah, petroleum supply specialist.
Yeah. So I mean, again, the big point of this podcast is to educate people that, there's more to the Army than shooting guns and jumping out of airplanes, or as Chris said, tanks and airplanes. So tell me a little bit about your job. What made you pick that job? What the job was about? Maybe a little bit about what your everyday life was like. I know that was a lot. He just texted you back. I hope he said, I'm so happy I won. Tell him to call us. I want to get him on this podcast.
Yeah. So in the meantime, in between time, petroleum supply specialist is a 92 Foxtrot in the United States Army. And it's for enlisted personnel. And pretty much what I've done in my career is accounted for fuel, made sure that it's clean and serviceable for the vehicles and aircraft. I've driven the 2 main vehicles that the Army has, which is an 8x8 and then like a semi truck with a 5,000 gallon tanker.
Yeah.
And so pretty much I've done also. All right, we got the call coming in.
Let's do this.
All right.
What's his name?
Ryan. Hey, good afternoon. Is this Ryan? Can you hear me? Ryan, you there?
Maybe it's...
Oh, hey, Ryan, can you hear me?
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. How are you?
Oh, we're on the phone with him. We're on the phone with Ryan.
All right, so, hey, I did the drawing, and you won. Yeah. Hey, we do have you on a live podcast, so keep the cussing to a minimum. But I understand that you're excited. I don't think that we're actually hearing you, but it's really great that we got you. What's that? Yeah.
Is he in the area?
Yeah. Are you near Comic-Con right now or the GalaxyCon? Oh, yeah. If you can come over here, I can get it to you today. If not, then I'll have to send it to you in the mail. But we'd love to get some pictures with you. Okay, yeah, he's going to be on the way.
Excellent.
He's coming.
Man.
He's
We'll
excited. He couldn't believe it.
right?
Yeah.
I think that's how everyone feels.
Yeah, definitely. When you win something, you're like,
Right?
oh man, that's
no
great.
way I won this.
Yeah, this guy
I've
was
never
telling
won
the truth.
anything in my life. I feel so cool right now.
Well, hey Ryan, we're here at the table by that big Army MATV. Just come by here and see us, and we'll get you squared away. All right, thanks. All right, bye.
Excellent. That's exciting. I'm looking forward to meeting Ryan. So yeah, anyway, back to you.
Yes.
So essentially you were the guy that made sure the tanks could drive and the planes could fly that people were driving and jumping out of.
That's correct.
So
Definitely.
you know, I think one of the biggest things that I remember going into high schools all the time as a recruiting NCO was I would ask people if they wanted to join the Army, and they'd be like, why not? And they'd be like, I don't want to be infantry. And I'm like, you know, there's more to infantry, right? And they're like,
yeah, and not a lot of people know that. Yeah.
Like there are so many support jobs. There's 150 MOSs in the Army?
There's over 150.
And how many combat jobs are there?
I'm
4?
tracking 18.
18?
18.
Apparently my math is bad. So there's a lot of different jobs out there that you can do.
Definitely.
And so what would you say, looking back on your 17 years in the United States Army, has been the coolest thing that you've ever got to do? Like yesterday we had the PsyOps guy was telling me he like shotgunned some weird Korean beer and then got their coveted black beret or something like that.
Really?
I don't know. So what for you would be your coolest experience?
There's so many. I was able to do a religious retreat, and when I was on my first tour to Iraq, and we went to Basra, and there is a temple that was dedicated to the moon goddess. It's called the Ziggurat.
Ziggurat.
Yeah,
with a T.
I think so with a T. And we were able to go there, visit it, and then the father of Jacob in the Bible, like his house was there where Jacob grew up, and it was mainly brick walls, and you can walk on top and look down.
Wow.
And it was amazing, and we flew in like this little bitty plane that looked like a dog.
That's cool.
It was awesome.
I don't think I've done anything cool like that.
But I've met people from all around the world.
Yeah.
All walks of life. It's been a great career.
I remember there was one time when I was stationed at Fort Bliss, I was an instructor, and they needed some people to go help the Mexican Special Forces. Okay, things are getting very exciting over here.
That's right.
And so essentially the Mexican Special Forces was training with our Special Forces, and they were like, we need some people to go die. And it was like, and essentially they get destroyed by the Mexican Special Forces. And so it was a lot of cool. We got to ride around in helicopters and go out and play. I think they had like cool, like little paintball guns that we got to play up against the Special Forces guys with. It was really cool. Let's see. Have you gotten any other like certification or anything like that that'll help you once you get out of the Army?
I've got a Society of Logistics.
That sounds fancy.
There's an E on the end of it. I can't remember what it means, but it's pretty much for like petroleum.
Okay.
And so I got that when I went to advanced leadership course.
Nice.
Because of the years of service that I've been in the Army, and actually performing the job.
Yeah.
Then I was actually able to get a certification.
Okay. So looking ahead 3 years, you know, I would say you make it seem like it's been a great career. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of people that I interact with on a daily basis that, you know, the Army is what you make it. At the end of the day, I come into contact with people every day, and they're like, "I hated my life. I did 3 years and got out." And I'm like, "What did you do with your career, though?" And they're like, "Oh, went to work." I'm like, "Well, that's why." But I mean, it sounds like you've had a great career. You've had a great time, and so I think you're going to get promoted. Not going to lie.
Appreciate that.
But should you not get promoted, and you hang it up in 3 years, you're going to retire.
Yeah.
Any idea what you're going to do?
I've got a few ideas. My wife is actually a teacher.
Nice.
In Henry County, Georgia.
What's she teach?
She teaches 8th grade social studies.
Okay.
And so I was actually thinking about being a high school JROTC instructor, because our timelines for summer break, spring break, fall break, all that would line up.
Perfect.
Right?
Yep.
And the Army is going to match my I'm going to get my retirement, but the school pays me the rest of what I would have gotten paid in the Army. So my pay's not going to change.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty cool.
That's actually the route I want to go. I've jumped around a lot in my lifetime trying to figure out what I want to do when I get out of the Army. But I think at this point I'm dead set that same route. I want to be a JROTC instructor. Did you do ROTC in high school?
I did all 4 years.
Of course. Yeah. So I did JROTC in high school. Loved it. And I'm definitely looking forward to that path down the road where, hopefully, I love recruiting. It seems like you love recruiting.
Yeah, I do.
Getting to change people's lives, show them what great opportunities the Army has. And hopefully getting to do that for kids down the road in high school.
Yeah.
But hey, man, it has been a pleasure having you on this podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I am so looking forward to, I've already forgotten his name.
Ryan.
I'm so looking forward to Ryan showing up So again, thank you. I'll continue the tradition that Chris did. I'm going to ask you 2 deep questions.
Okay.
All right,
ready.
the first one. If you could be any animal, what would you be and why?
I would be a hawk.
Okay. Why?
So on my mom's side, the family name is Hawk.
Okay.
It's just something that,
Kind of rings there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Family and everything. It's pretty cool. You can fly.
And then the last question I have for you. A lot of people think that, the Army, we wake up, we go to work, we come home, we sleep, we do the same thing the next day.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of us have super great passions and hobbies that we love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, what would yours be? Outside of the Army, what do you love to do? What is your hobby?
Yes, I'm really into archery.
Really?
Yeah, and this fall I'm gonna plan my first hunt. I'm
Okay.
try to get me a whitetail buck.
Where are you from?
I was born in Texas. I grew up in Oklahoma against my will.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay. Spent some time in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's really cool, man. But again, hey, thanks, Sergeant Henry. Thanks
You're
for
welcome.
coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's been a pleasure. For those of you that are out there watching, thanks for tuning in. Again, we're going to be back live here just under an hour, and we're going to give away whatever this thing is. I don't know. It's some
PS4
fancy controller.
Right.
So if you were in the area, make sure you come back by. We're going to announce this thing live in just under an hour. And again, make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms at Go Army Raleigh BN. And Sergeant Henry, what station are you at? I probably should have asked that.
Yeah,
Where are you at?
So I'm in Aberdeen by
Aberdeen?
Southern Pines. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm down
And
there.
so
We
if
got a
somebody
great team.
wanted to get a hold of you or wanted to get a hold of your team because they were interested in joining the Army, what social media platform / phone number could they get a hold of you at?
Aberdeen Army Recruiting on Instagram.
Okay.
And we're also on Facebook. I'm
Nice.
not sure.
Yeah, it's probably you
Yeah.
can just search Aberdeen Army Recruiting.
That's right. Yeah, definitely.
So thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been a pleasure. We will see you here shortly in an hour. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
We're
bye.
out.